Chelsea, this is the second game Chelsea is losing. 3-1. The other one was 4-1. Now, I don't know a thing about Chelsea. When they don't want a coach, they constantly lose. And the Lampard we saw, they started losing game consecutively, game after game after game. From the international break, nothing has changed with Chelsea. It's not that they don't know how to play, it's that they don't want to play. Is it the sanctions? Is it that they've not been paid the salaries? Are the UK government too hard on the Chelsea players? Are they losing focus? Because there's so much Tuchel can do. He can yell, scream all he wants on the touchline, but if they don't follow his instructions or they don't follow the game plan, they're going to lose. I must admit, the Real Madrid that Chelsea faced today is different from the Real Madrid they faced last year. There's 7 new players. They've got a new coach. Tactics are different. Players are different. So these people should have known. They should have watched PSG game and seen how they play. They play in a very sneaky, very tactical way of playing. You know, they don't press. They rely on counter attacks. They know they've got a point man there. If he's given the ball and he's alone, he's going to score, and that's Benzema. That's exactly what happened yesterday. Real Madrid had the ball. All they had to do is just lift it over the Chelsea midfield. Vinicius Jr. and the other left winger gets the ball. They keep the defenders busy. Karim Benzema would sneak in unmarked. And from the crosses from the first Vinicius Jr., he headed the ball in. The same thing happened with the left hand side winger. He had the ball. The defenders kept him busy. Again, Benzema unmarked, and the blame is on Thiago Silva. How can you leave, of all the players, you leave Benzema unmarked of all the players? He's the top striker in the world, and you're leaving him unmarked, alone with Mendy. Who Mendy on one-on-ones is not very good. 1v1s, Mendy is not good. He's not good at all. And you left him unmarked. And he scored the second header. The same thing they played against PSG. Benzema drops down as the number 10. He leaves the 2 wingers in front. As soon as the wingers have the ball, he sneaks behind the defenders, and the wingers, they've been training for these crosses. They just don't cross for the sake of crossing. They cross for a purpose. They've got a target man over there. They know if I cross this ball, this guy has to get the ball. Now what he does with the ball is not their problem. If the striker scores when he gets the ball, it's an advantage. If he misses, they've done their part. In training, that's what they do. They've been training for weeks from international breaks. Same thing they did with PSG. Against Barcelona, Benzema wasn't there. So they had no game plan. They were beaten by Barcelona at Clasico. 4-1, 5-0. This was 5-0 or something. But whenever Benzema is there, they train for these crosses. It's their bread and butter. They don't just cross for the sake of crossing. They're going to cross knowing that Benzema is there. He's going to collect the ball and he's going to score. And that's what they did. 2 goals. They scored within the first 20 minutes. Kai Havertz came back with a very beautiful header, but that was it. They were going to score the second goal, I know, Chelsea. But that Mendy, Butterfingers, the problem with Mendy's distribution is very poor. He's got the poorest distribution in the whole world. He doesn't know how to distribute the ball. He had a weak distribution to Rudiger. And again, Benzema was unmarked. If somebody was marking Benzema, he would have distracted him even the third goal. Even the second goal. When he was jumping for those headers, he would have blocked his vision. He would have jumped with him to block that vision. But he was so free. It was just 100% view. He had an aerial view. He had a spot-on view. There was nobody in front of him. He took his time and he headed the ball in. And this time, even he had the clear view of the goal. He beat Mendy, he beat Rudiger, nobody was marking Benzema. Benzema is somebody you have to mark. Chelsea had to commit somebody. Mark this person. Make sure when he looks left, you're there. Looks right, you're there. Looks forward, if he goes to the toilet, you're there. If he goes to bed, you're there. You're with him like glue, like flies on shit. You have to mark this person. He can't move, he can't look left, he can't even breathe without you in his face. That's how you distract him from scoring, because that's the only person in that team who can score. The others cannot score. Others are just assist kings. The secretaries, the personal assistants, they can't score. But this guy can score. You leave him with a goal, 9 out of 10 times he's going to score. That's how he was built. That's how he's been playing from Olympia Lyon. Through the days of El Clasico, through the days of Ronaldo playing for Real, he scores. He's a scoring machine, and you leave him unmarked. He's not Lukaku or Timo Werner, who you leave unmarked, they'll not score. This guy will score. 9.5 chances out of 10 he's going to score, and you leave him unmarked. What did you expect? 3 goals, 3-1. Chelsea is not a team that's not to be scoring very many goals. Once they scored goals, they kind of lose confidence. They lose morale. They don't come back kings like Manchester United or Arsenal or Barcelona. They're not known to score very many goals in a match. Maybe 1, 2 at the most. Tuchel himself has said he has lost faith in the players. They're not the way they were. They need to find themselves again. And against Southampton, let's see how they play. Because when they play Southampton, that's when we know how they'll play in Real Madrid coming Tuesday. The matches are not very far, 1 or 2 days apart. In my opinion, you should bring in the academy boys. Chelsea team is so unbalanced. We don't have a left wing back. We don't have a left side defender. We don't have a left winger. Chelsea problem, they don't have wingers. Mount is not a good winger. He can't dribble. Christensen is too weak. He gets bullied off the ball. Hudson-Odoi is injured. Hakim Ziyech is an outside winger. He can't dribble inside the box. Real Madrid have got very good wingers, left and right. Arsenal have got good wingers. Manchester United have got good wingers. They can carry the ball, dribble, get themselves into the box, and make a good assist, or they can score. Chelsea don't have wingers. That's number one. Number two, the team, most of the players are very selfish. They don't play as a team. They play as an individual. They only pass the ball when they know they can't do anything with it. But they don't pass the ball to create a goal. There's no teamwork. Real Madrid have got teamwork. Arsenal have got teamwork. Liverpool have got the most beautiful teamwork. They'll pass the ball, make sure the guy who is closest, who can score, scores. But Chelsea, Kai Havertz is selfish. Kai Havertz and Lukaku don't cope. Timo Werner and Lukaku don't cope. Kai Havertz and Ziyech don't cope. Mount and Lukaku don't cope. So how are you going to play? It's individual performance. And if that person doesn't score, that's it. The whole chance is blown. So Tuchel has to address these issues. I would bring in the academy boys. I'd remove Marcus Alonso, remove some wingers, put in some small academy boys, people who can dribble and can create and keep Lukaku in form. Because for Real Madrid, he will need a striker. He will need a striker. You should stop playing midfielders and wingers because they're not wingers. They're midfielders. So I'll be looking forward to tonight's Barcelona game. Let's see if they go through the quarters to enter the semis. I'll be looking forward to the Premier League coming. A lot of good matches this weekend. So I'll be looking forward to the matches, and I'll be doing a post-match reaction. Thank you guys for tuning in.